Guys, this subject came up a couple of times today. I wanted to talk about it a little bit, and that's about accepting praise, being able to accept praise. You'd be surprised that many people can't. I was one of them. You kind of, it depends on what messages you've been given before, or what kind of upbringing you've had, what kind of relationships you've had, things like that. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios that can really cause an issue when it comes to accepting praise. But I said to somebody today, the person giving the praise obviously sees something. Otherwise, why would the praise be given? And that was the first thing, was acknowledging the fact that there is something there. And it warrants somebody seeing that to be able to verbalize. And it could be anything, any kind of praise, right? But if we've been in a situation where, maybe someone says, that's big-headed of you, it's a bit full of you, right, to accept praise or praise yourself in whatever way or manner, saying that you're good at something, right? We find it's very difficult to do because we'll fear the judgment. And listen, anybody that's coming in with judgment comes a lot from a point of view of insecurities, right? On the person doing the judging. And I tell you, like I've said to anybody, and I tell myself this, he who judges be judged, right? Because, hey, if you're going to judge, then be open to be judged back. And again, it comes from insecurities. And if you're judging from an insecurity area, and the other person is judging you back on that, they're coming from an area that probably doesn't touch any insecurities with them, and they're just going to say something that's just to hurt you, which is really going to get you tangled up because now you're wrapping back up in your insecurities even more. So don't fear judgment when you say that you're good at something. Be proud of it. If you believe that you're good at something, say that you're good at it. There's nothing wrong with saying that you're good at it. Now, is there ego that can get in the way? Absolutely. And it sticks out like a sore thumb, right? If we believe that we're the best at something and nobody else is as good as us, and now we've got a problem because it goes back to an insecurity again. Maybe they know that they're not what they're saying. So they have to say that as a front to push them forward. We see it and it comes off as ego and, narcissistic sometimes. But it's definitely something to be able to take on board is praise. Praising yourself and praising other people. And taking praise from other people, like I say, there has to be something there to be praised. What happens when you praise somebody? What happens when you give a nice, kind remark of praise to somebody? Maybe it's somebody you say, man, you got a really nice smile, right? Look what that does to the other person, and then look what that does to you as well. You wouldn't have said it if you didn't believe it. If somebody smiles at you or there's some kind of trait that you like and you give them praise for it, or you have a child that comes to you and they've done a drawing of something and you look at it and you, from your heart, give praise, look what happens to the child, first of all. Look what happens. They don't have a pause button, right? They don't have any kind of belief systems or anything at that early ages. So look what happens on the smile that comes on their face. And then what does that transfer onto you? That feeling of worth. Yeah. It's a presence. It's something to work with. It's not ego. It's not ego at all. And by denying someone's praise or saying that, no, we're basically saying that we don't believe them. And then what is the point on that energy being given? We're taking that away from that individual that's giving the praise. Sometimes we're saying, nah, no, really, right? But we're denying them the feeling that we get, that beautiful feeling, heartfelt feeling of when we give someone praise, where that actually stands with us, and that energy boost and that feeling of, like, there's a certain pride that comes with it as well. I feel I feel somewhat proud if I give someone a really nice praise, especially when it comes to a stranger, and they give you that beautiful smile and a lovely thanks. And I'll tell you what, when I praise my kids and they come back at me with, "Oh, thanks, Dad," my legs go to jelly. I'm like Mr. Jellyfish. And I tell you, it works. So to be able to get in touch with the praise, give it. And give it from here. Mean something with it. Don't give it if you don't mean it. It's just like how we say how I love you, even, right? And we just push it out there out of obligation. We're not in touch with it. We don't know what it actually means. And it really is, I love you. It's a really heartfelt, there is a strong energy with that. And it's something not to give away. So why give it away freely? So when it comes to praising someone, give the praise and know that you want to give that praise. There's been times when I've been out with my daughters and it'll just be me and my two daughters. And they'll say, "Wow, I'm going to go and tell her." And I'm so grateful and happy that they do that. They have no problem going up to someone. They've spoke about someone's hair or something, or a fashion that they've got or whatever it may be, a presence about them. And sometimes it could be a server that's helping us, find our food and that, and they'll give praise right there and then. And they've said to me sometimes, "Oh, I like that girl." And I'm like, "Well, hit them up. Make them feel good. Make yourself feel good." But it comes from here. It comes from here. And it's funny how we get that little bit of fear. That little bit of fear comes up when we want to give someone praise, stranger praise. And it's because we fear the judgment. But the only judgment you're going to get back is one of beauty, because you're going to see it in the body language and the love. And anybody that turns around is not accepting of that, or they give you, a nasty remark, then I feel sorry for them for not being able to accept and not being able to receive the heartfelt praise that came with. So to work with yourselves, guys, to be able to accept, give, see what it does. It's like giving a service. See what it does to you. See how it helps you. See how it picks your energy up when you get the feedback back towards you. And I tell you, yeah, you may get one or two people that, may give you a bit of the cold shoulder, but hey, you still gave the praise and it came from the right place. Give yourself the pat on the back and give yourself that love that you have that trait and are able to give it. Stay that course, guys. Namaste.